And we had all this.
The crazy
it's
stuff that
really
came after.
Crazy stuff. We had this other stuff we were going to do. I think we talked about the other commentary. That was like, no, just cut to black.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
done.
That rocks, man.
Great.
Yeah.
Well, if there's anybody I forgot to mention, I'm sorry.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
But you
I
know,
didn't have a
so
bunch of
many of
notes
you.
in front of me like
If you look at the end of the credits, you probably can see them.
Yes.
I know that guy, David.
Yeah.
I missed the name. I'm sorry. I was looking down.
You know, the voice
Yeah.
talent was extraordinary, all for the whole year, because like we had to reanimate things and adapt to the ever-changing scripts, they would adapt to it with new reads and new performances, and I think a lot of them pushed the fold. After 18 years of TV, they brought their game to this movie and are amazing.
And they didn't know the whole story either.
Oh no, they were as in the dark as
Yeah,
we
but
were.
they kept every time they just gave it
come
all.
in.
Yeah, they're
Oh,
so
we get-
talented.
This was a sequence that was actually in the movie, right?
Well, this was going to be, this was another Matt Fauna did the sequence where Burns' house is being looted. And it was very funny, and it looked really great, but in the context of the film, it just didn't hold.
But there was
you
a
know?
comeback to Burns from that referred to Rich's sequence.
Yeah,
It was kind of the payoff to look into your heart.
Yeah,
he actually said it to Apu.
Yeah.
You know?
And
he goes, "Oh, you got to be kidding me!"
Yeah, and it was funny, but
as he's stealing.
but you don't always. Well, we don't really need this payoff for this comeback.
yeah.
So what are we doing?
It's
Thank
not
you,
like
Green
Burns had like a
An
thread. He didn't have an arc running through the thing.
You know, Fat Tony just had that one line, but it's a huge line in the movie.
Oh, it's very
great.
memorable.
You know,
And of course, Tom Hanks had recorded about 3 alts on that, and that one was so funny that it was worth coming back to.
But by the way, David, the ethereal choral version of Spider Pig made me rush out and buy the soundtrack from retail the day it came out. I had to have it.
Well, it was mentioned in the other track, but I'll say it again. It was a goof that Hans Zimmer did. It wasn't. No one asked for it. He just did it for fun. He had the choir there, and he just had them record this. And it was so funny, and it just seemed to work really well in the Epiphany.
At the premiere party, they had a choir outside the entrance singing it.
I was looking at them for
Now
about
that's
5
big.
minutes.
Now that's a big premiere, folks.
Yeah.
When you got a choir out in front,
Singing Spider Pig.
Singing
you know,
Spider
then you know you're at a premiere.
No, I did the same thing after I heard that. I went out and bought the CD.
John Carnahan is one.
Oh, yeah.
John
Well,
Carnahan,
John
did a great
Carnahan,
job editing,
we salute
and
you.
of course Hans Zimmer's music.
You know,
And Richard Sakai, handled this. There was
amazingly.
a stealth warrior, man.
Well,
He
there was
just-
this whole collection of artists. We had this trailer,
Mike.
the editing trailer.
Hey, Mike.
Hey,
Lauren,
Lauren.
America somewhere right now.
Moore and Stephen
Hey, it's me,
Moore,
Stephen
cross
Dean Moore.
country.
who actually aren't related.
And Greg
Let's say.
Benzo, who
Vanzo.
Craig,
Great
Craig
Craig
Van.
Vanzo.
He
He's
wouldn't
been
show
here the
up.
whole time. He didn't say anything.
Yeah.
Craig.
There's
Jay,
Craig and Denise
Denise.
and Amanda.
Denise is
Amanda, thank you
She's
for not
right
losing
behind
your-
us in the
your
booth
marbles
right
there.
Hello, Denise.
That's Matt Orafice.
And actually, a lot of animals were harmed. That's
Yes.
Yeah, human animals.
Yeah.
Steve
Like
Markowski.
Markowski, Bob
Many
Anderson,
animals were
Chris
ignored. The
Clemens,
animals of the people who worked on the
Lance
movie.
Kramer.
Lance Kramer.
These are all well-versed
Nancy
expert
Cruz,
Simpson directors and animators.
Raymond Percy.
Raymond, thank you
Chuck
for
Sheets. Good
the
old
carnival
Chuck Sheets.
section. Crystal, God bless you.
Brian
Ralph
Francis.
Sosa,
Ryan
you the man.
Francis, Lauren's assistant.
Simpsons All Stars.
I think if this
Great
proves
animal.
anything, it proves that we can read.
Yes.
Lindsay,
Which is important.
Lindsay, my timer, thank you.
Oh, the great timing directing from everybody.
every-
The
Yeah.
timers, I have to
Richard
mention
Gutierrez
Adam
did a wonderful
Coleman.
job.
You said Richard.
Oh, the great Neil Affleck, who another Canadian. You know what? I got
God.
it done with Canadians, right?
And
But
Rob
Neil,
Ingram.
directed many great episodes on the show, and has done great timing for everybody, and really great to have him on the movie. Man.
Yeah, we were lucky to get
Steve
Neil.
Babe Stocky.
Oh, yeah.
Steve
also
Babe
great
Stocky.
So talking about Gary McCarver, our overseas
And Gary-
supervising director.
Yeah, Gary McCarver did an amazing job.
There's Dima.
There's Dima Razul.
I so
Scott.
love
Hey,
working
Gary.
with those guys and becoming
Come on,
their
we can't
friends,
read.
and I admire their work so much. And
Joel and Jaspreet and
Yeah,
Lauren and
Razul has done many Disney films. He's actually now back working on a Disney film, and Dima has done
Rob
many,
Trapp,
many.
Claudia,
Hey, Claudia.
kept it all together there. Geraldine and all
Claudia
these
and I have the
things
same
there.
birthday.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Peter
You were
Gabe.
playing it.
yeah,
Peter kept the
he
trailer
was the
together.
There's the
liaison
trailer
between
people.
all things Simpson.
Hello.
Bitsy, how you doing?
Yeah, it's
Well, they did a terrific job. The board artists,
Great
all
board
the
artists.
Some of the people
and
on
they
the
worked very
trailer-
fast, turned everything.
Some of the
Martin
people in
Archer,
the
I love
trailer
ya.
started out as production people, and we talked them into becoming artists, and now they're over at the trailer being
Yeah.
artists.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's worth mentioning.
I gotta
our designers,
mention
Joe
Lucas
Wack
Gray,
too.
He-
Amazing.
From that
Kevin
whole
Newman.
idea of jumping the gorge, you know, like in
Oh,
one day,
he boarded
sitting
that
down
day.
with Lucas, and I gave him roughs, and
Yeah.
he just kind
Unbelievable.
of made it happen.
There's too many people to name here.
Yeah, too many. But you know, David,
I love you all.
Yeah.
boarding. I mean, a lot of the stuff was really. There's a huge amount of cinematic presentation in this, but there's also flat presenting the joke stuff, and that's the balancing act that is directing a
Well, it
movie
seemed
like
to
this.
me that you wanted to open it up, but you had to be clear when you were telling the jokes. And sometimes I was even questioning myself, am I being cinematic enough here? But no, it's serving the story.
Yep.
And that I have to do first, and then I can sort of analyze it after the fact.
Right.
But
Well, but
everything seemed to be working.
But
for
early
me.
on, the issue of being cinematic enough was an issue, and that's
Yep.
where
It was a huge-
Well, there
that's
was a
why we
time
put
where it
so
wasn't
much
even
into it. I
it was
think.
possible it wasn't going to be widescreen.
Right.
You know,
Right.
not super widescreen anyway.
No, actually, I kind of won that
Kinda
battle
had that
early.
one early,
That was an
yeah.
early battle one, and it actually wasn't too hard to win. All I did is I did compositions of it in 1.85 and then in super widescreen, and they sort of said,
Thank
yeah,
you,
let's go
Acom.
super widescreen.
Well,
And that art's
and-
still sitting around the studio, and it's so beautiful.
you
You know what?
And we
I,
sold that actually.
I have to say too, it's
Great
been a
dollar.
pleasure to sequence
Yeah.
direct in the company of greatness.
Yeah.
You know, Rich.
Yeah.
Likewise.
You're like
Same
one of my
here.
mentors, Steve, David. Pleasure working with you on this level.
Always great, man.
It was a good time. It was really hard, but now that the hard part is over, I'm really happy. It's grand to be part of such a event like The Simpsons.
Yeah.
This is kind of we're seeing like the natural evolution of these characters. You know, like
The
from
completely
TV to-
unpredictable evolution
you
of
know.
these characters from 18 years ago.
Right.
You know,
Well,
Now
additionally,
to movies. You know, and
we worked together for so long. I mean, at the very beginning of the show, and it was really great to be working with you guys on the movie because that was it just seemed like a great way to come full circle in the respect.
well, and it's almost like season 1 of the show.
is.
It was a hard birth. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
and so of course the movie is going to be just you know.
But the main
just
difference
as
was
challenging.
when season 1 of the show was very hard, but was different on the movie. It was very hard, but the level of talent was so high.
Right.
So
Yeah.
as hard as it was,
Right.
it was just amazing to work with so many talented artists.
So many great people. You know.
Yeah, just our veterans and the people that we got from hired on. It was just terrific.
And you know, I mean,
Great
just
career.
as a director, I mean, you've heard us talk about how we direct the artists and stuff, but the artists do more than just draw. You know, they think about scenes, and
They bring a lot.
they
to
bring a
them,
lot to the
Yeah.
table.
You know.
well, I think that's what makes The Simpsons pretty special. People don't understand that. People love The Simpsons so much that they invest themselves in it, and these artists bring something to the table. It's not just us dictating what to do. They're bringing
Absolutely.
their artists.
You can't dig
You
your
can't-
heels in too deep to where it's like, no, I want it just like this. It's
No.
like,
Well, and
Always
also
gotta keep it
any-
open.
you
they surprise you.
Mhm.
You bring in something you
Yeah.
didn't expect, and you're like, wow, this is cool.
you know,
Yeah.
you know, you need to be open to new ideas.
Well, this is the thing, because it always keeps going from every person that goes down. Everybody brings an idea. They're sort of mini directing their bits of animation. They show it to the director, and they show it to me, and it keeps on expanding, really, from the written word, from the dialogue, and then through the animation.
By the way, thank you, TV show, for letting us read
Yeah, yeah. I was gonna say the same thing. You know, the series we had to borrow.
Sorry, Mr. Kirkland.
Borrow a big and steal.
Yeah, let's a big hand to Bart Kirkland for
Yeah.
allowing us to decimate the TV staff.
We needed the
of sake
top
of
talent
movie.
for this baby.
You know,
we got
he,
it.
he
All
held
of
the
it.
series together.
Yep.
I can't think of a better way going out.
Yeah.
Thanking Mark Kirkland.